Eric and Vivian enter a country saloon as the sun sets. They huddle close, seemingly unsure of their surroundings, and struggle to see in the dimly lit room. Eric locates an oil lamp and lights the wick. The room becomes brighter. Tables and chairs become visible. A handwritten menu hangs behind the bar. The saloon is empty, with the exception of one drunk patron. His head rests on the table, apparently sleeping. A half-empty bottle of whiskey and a glass on the table.
I don't like it here, Eric. Let's find shelter someplace else.
Well, come sit down. We'll rest here for a little while.
Please, let's find a hotel or a cozy bed and breakfast, like that one we found outside Macon.
My dear, after what we've experienced, a roof over our heads may be the best we can expect for the moment.
So I'm not crazy. You saw it too.
We're in unfamiliar territory. Our car engine has died and our phones are out. Extremely inconvenient, but undoubtedly there's an explanation for all of it.
But the light, you did see the light.
I saw something.
I have the oddest feeling that something is wrong. The girls at the club think I'm clairvoyant and I should be tested.
I believe you've mentioned that before, but for the time being we'll have to rely on our own intelligence to establish a plausible explanation for the events of the evening.
Silly me. As always, you are right. I'm acting foolish again. I'm sorry I'm such a ninny.
Nonsense. You're no such thing. A few answers to our questions and we'll both feel better. I'll summon the proprietor.
Don't leave me!
I'll only be a few steps away. Wouldn't you like something to eat?
The sign says turtle stew. They're such defenseless creatures. You don't think it's a real turtle, do you?
I couldn't say. We're a long way from Charleston. Perhaps we should just be grateful someone here can read and write. Anyone there? Sorry, they're warm. The refrigeration must not be working.
Strange the owner isn't here. You don't suppose that person is the owner?
More likely the local sleeping it off person.
If I wasn't so concerned about our situation, I'd feel sorry for him.
You have a wonderfully warm heart. Odd.
What?
Well, my watch has stopped, and I just replaced the battery last week.
Car engines, phones, refrigerators, and now watches? Do you think it could be the result of something unimaginable, like a nuclear disaster or attack of some kind? Russia, China, Iran, North Korea, they all dislike us.
I'm quite sure we would know if it was a nuclear attack.
How would we know? We're in Mississippi! It's hardly the hub of civilization. I doubt there's even TV reception.
Of course there is, my darling. You're thinking of Iowa.
Just the same, I'd like to know where everyone is. We haven't seen a single living soul for hours, except him.
Is that all you're worried about? We're strangers to Mississippi. Those who live here probably go to bed early because they rise with the sun to farm or hunt or do whatever people in Mississippi do.
What about the power?
Well, remember the New York City blackout? That was just an overload. People were annoyed, but no one died.
You think we're in danger of dying?
Not unless you can die from disgustingly warm beer.
Don't make jokes. Not at a time like this. Something's wrong. I feel it.
It's probably just your empty stomach. Once you've eaten, I'm sure the feeling will vanish.
Eric, this could be the rapture. That would explain the missing people and the lights in the sky.
That's a bit extreme.
Exactly. How would we know? God would not announce it. He'd just do it. Heavenly Father. I know I should have been more generous. I should have done so much more. I should have done more Girl Scout cookies.
Darling, you've been very generous throughout your life, and I doubt the failure to purchase more Girl Scout cookies would prevent you from entering heaven. Besides, God wouldn't have wanted you to have all that cholesterol.
But this is what the scriptures predict. First, all the faithful disappear, and the rest are left to face horrible circumstances.
You're just tired and hungry, and it's causing you to overreact. Everything will be fine, you'll see.
Ain't no nuclear strike. Ain't no rapture. And overreacting is just what the lady should be doing.
You gave us a start. I'm Eric, and this is my wife, Vivian. We arrived here quite by accident. Sir, do you have knowledge of these recent events?
Wish I knew less.
Eric, ask him for an explanation.
My good man, we'd appreciate hearing the Occam's razor version of these events.
Whose razor?
Occam's, law of parsimony.
I'm not reading you.
Try again, dear. More aboriginal this time.
Well, we would very much like to hear your account of this evening's events.
You have to wait a little bit longer, because before they take me, I'm going to be so dad-blame snookered they won't know what to do with me.
I saw this coming. He is an outlaw, Eric. The lights in the sky were searching for him.
Now, remain calm. We know nothing of this fellow. Be a good sort and share your knowledge with us while you're still able.
Interested how you're the one with the education and I'm the one with the answers. And I ain't no outlaw!
I'm quite sure you're not, and I'm certain your knowledge regarding life in Mississippi, skinning possums, mending overalls, and whatnot, I'm sure they're all very respectable pursuits.
Think that what we do in Mississippi here?
Don't make him angry.
I'm not trying to make him angry. I'm trying to establish some common ground.
Under the circumstances, makes little sense being offended or holding a grudge.
Well, then perhaps you're willing to tell us about this present situation.
I will. And I'll tell you up front, you're not going to like it.
Well, perhaps you'd let us be the judge.
Don't say judge, dear.
No easy way to say it, so I'll just say it. Aliens have taken over.
Oh, God!
Sir, my wife is weary and of weak constitution. We may be outsiders from your perspective, but this is neither the time nor the place to amuse yourself with fiction at our expense.
Ain't no fiction, they're here. And we're doomed as doomed can be.
It's worse than the rapture. I should have seen this coming.
See what you've done.
Can't be helped.
Ask him, Eric. Ask him how many there are.
This is his idea of Mississippi humor.
Ask him, please.
My wife wants to know, how many aliens have you counted?
Hard to say. Hundreds? Thousands? Hundreds of thousands? Probably more.
He's making this up.
We should have expected retaliation. We have treated those Mexicans so poorly.
I ain't talking about no Mexicans. I'm talking about aliens from outer space.
Oh, dribble. Utter dribble.
Space aliens? What if it's true?
Yeah, darling, don't you think we would have heard something if we were being invaded?
We did.
Did what?
We heard about it. We've known for years. Pictures taken as they flew over our cities while they studied our armaments and calculated our defenses and resources. Then came the abduction and learned our psychological and physical weaknesses.
It's true. I've seen photographs in magazines at the grocery store and read about the abductions.
Now, please, darling, don't let the ramblings of our friend there lead you into this wild, imaginative speculation.
If I'm lying, where is everybody? It's the end of the world.
I was so looking forward to those dance lessons we discussed.
We'll still dance, just as I promised.
It's the last dance for the human race, I tell you.
Sweetheart, you must not listen to this man. He's deranged.
Shh. Hear that? They're coming.
Oh, could you please stop talking foolishness? No one is coming for us.
Oh, they're coming all right. Picking up stragglers, the first wave left behind.
We're stragglers.
You're scaring my wife.
Keep your voices down. She should be scared. No telling what they have planned. I just hope they're not them sexual deviants.
Sexual deviants? Eric, don't let them turn me into a sex toy.
Calm down. No one's going anywhere or turning anything.
How can you be so sure?
It's very simple. What are the odds of an alien invasion the exact week we drive across country for the first time?
They've been planning it for years, I tell you.
I am frightened, Eric. More frightened than I have ever been.
We'll be fine. Just stop listening to him.
Eric, he has a gun!
Oh, so that's your game. Well, there's no need for violence. Here's my wallet. There's cash and credit cards inside.
I don't want your wallet, you moron. What good is cash or credit card gonna do me on a spaceship headed to who knows where?
Well, then put the gun away.
Can't do it. I'm gonna need it.
Eric, maybe he's the deviant. Maybe he wants me as his sex kit.
Ain't no diva, ain't. I'm going out there to face those unearthly creatures, and I plan to take a few of them with me before I go.
What do you see?
Very little. It's dark.
Gunshots sound.
Was that what I think it was?
I believe so. There was a light, and then he was gone.
Eric, I didn't see any of this coming. Maybe I'm not clairvoyant.
You saw us happily married for 35 years.
Yes, I did see that. What happens now?
Darling, would you like to dance?
Vivian takes his hand. Arm in arm, they hold one another as they dance to the quiet night. A spotlight shines down on them. They look up. Blackout. End of play.